Good morning children. Welcome to Lakshmi Study Room. Today our topic is mechanism of photosynthesis. So already you have learned in your earlier classes or lower classes what is photosynthesis. So photosynthesis is a physical process. It was present in the biological process which takes place in all the green plants. With the help of photosynthesis, all the plants can prepare their own food. So what are the factors required for photosynthesis? What are the factors? That is very good children. You know all the things. We are very good. You are smart kids, sir. So you are smart children. So carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll, sunlight. So all these factors are required for photosynthesis. And what are the end products of photosynthesis? Very good. That is glucose or carbohydrate. We can call it as a water and oxygen. So in this process, mechanism of photosynthesis involves two phases. The first phase will be called as a light reaction. Otherwise, it will be called as a photochemical reaction. And the second phase will be called as a dark reaction. Otherwise, it will be called as a biosynthetic phase. So, when will oxygen will be produced during first phase or second phase? And when will glucose will be produced during first phase or second phase? So, all these topics we should learn in this video. So, first, let us understand the structure of the chloroplast. See this children, this is the structure of the chloroplast. So chloroplast is a cell organelle which was present in only plant cell because chloroplast, otherwise chloroplast contains, it has a 3 membrane layers. The third membrane form as a sac-like structures. It will be called as a grana thylakoid. See these sac-like structures? This will be called as a grana thylakoid. So within the chloroplast, the colorless fluid will be called as a stroma. So remind, except thylakoids, the remaining colorless fluid part will be called as a stroma. Light reactions takes place in the grana thylakoid and dark reaction takes place in the stroma. So whenever the light falls on the leaves, the sunlight falls on the leaves in the form of rays. The smallest sunlight ray will be called as a photon. That means smallest unit of the light energy will be called as a photon. So these photons are absorbed by the chlorophyll. So chlorophyll is a color pigment which was present in the grana thylakoid. So whenever the photon absorb the sunlight, then the sunlight light energy will be turned into chemical energy. So this is the first phase in. So in first light reaction, there are 3 steps which were given in your textbook. The step 1 is a trap the solar energy or photon energy by chlorophyll. So then chlorophyll, what will it do? Whenever the light energy, photon will be absorbed by the chlorophyll, then chlorophyll gets activated and the light energy will be turned into a chemical energy. The second step in the light reaction is step 1. This is. Then the step 2 is, by using chemical energy, the water molecule will be split into form as a oxygen. So in the second step, by using light energy, the water molecule will be split. Split means breakdown. So breakdown of water molecule and it will form as a hydrogen ions and hydroxyl ions. So this reaction was discovered by Robert Hill. Hence this reaction will be called as a Hill's reaction and it will be called as a hydrolysis. Hydro means water and lysis means breakdown. That means in the second step of the light reaction, what will happen? Hydrolysis means water will be breakdown and forms as a hydrogen ions and hydroxyl ions. So these hydrogen ions will be called as a protons. What we can call it as a protons. So these protons will move through the stacks. This moves across the grana thylakoids Whenever it moves from one thylakoid to another thylakoid, it will release some energy. These energy will be used up by ATP and NADPH. So these ATP and NADPH are called assimilatory powers. What we can call it as a ATP and NADPH are called assimilatory powers. And what about hydroxyl ions? The step 3 in hydroxyl ions undergo so many series of changes, and these will form a water and oxygen. So water will be used by the plant and oxygen will be released into the atmosphere. So okay, understood? So this is all about the light reaction. So what will form at the end of the light reaction? Oxygen will be formed and assimilatory powers will be formed, ATP and NADPH. What are assimilatory powers? The compounds like ATP, the full form of ATP is adenosine triphosphate and the full form of NADPH is nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate. This is the full form of ATP and NADPH. The compounds like ATP and NADPH can trap the solar energy. So these compounds will be called as a assimilatory powers. Then what about protons? Hydrogen ions. So the hydrogen ions undergoes series of changes in second phase. So we can move for second phase. What is the second phase? Second phase will be called as a dark reaction, or we can call it as a light independent reaction. So light independent reaction, that means this reaction does not require light energy, but it dependent on a light reaction. Dark reaction means it does not take place during the dark at night. It takes immediately after light reaction only. So dark reaction, we should remember one thing, children. The time gap between the light reaction and dark reaction even less than the thousandth of the 1 second. So dark reaction, during dark reaction what process will be takes place? So during dark reaction, the H plus ions will be combined to form a NADP, and NADP will be formed as a NADPH. So this NADPH is utilized to or combined to carbon dioxide, and the H plus ions produced during light reaction, it will be used up by NADP and it will form as a NADPH. Then NADPH is used to combine with carbon dioxide, and the energy present in the ATP utilized by in this dark reaction and form as a glucose. But we can simply say the glucose is formed from carbon dioxide by using NADPH and ATP. But here also so many series of reactions will be takes place. For example, the first carbon dioxide combined with 5 carbon compound, that is ribulose 1,5-biphosphate, and later by using some of the enzymes, so many series of changes takes place during the dark reaction. Then glucose is formed from carbon dioxide. So then what are the end products of the dark reaction? So the end products of the dark reaction is glucose. Later glucose will be turned into starch and it will be stored in the leaves of the plant. So it is a food for all the living organism. So that's why the photosynthesis will be called as a universal food provider process, because with the help of photosynthesis only all the organisms, living organisms, can get food directly or indirectly. So once revise it. So the mechanism of photosynthesis involves two processes. The first phase will be called as a light reaction or light dependent reaction, we can call it as a. So during this process, the light energy will be used and it will be turned into chemical energy. That's why light energy will be called as a photochemical energy. So it takes place in the granothyricates of the chloroplast, and dark reaction, otherwise it will be called as a light independent reaction. So otherwise it will be called as a biosynthetic phase, and it will take place in the stroma. So the end products of the light reaction is oxygen, ATP and NADPH. And ATP and NADPH are called assimilatory powers. And the end products of the dark reaction are called glucose. So thank you for listening. Please subscribe my channel, share my videos to your friends and click on the bell icon. Thank you.